I guess I fell asleep while reading the edits to the book. Whoever made these edits, they knew exactly which parts were bothering me. Maybe I left them myself at night. Marlowe, have you seen me write anything in my sleep? Of course you haven't. You sleep like a baby, don't you? You wouldn't wake up even if I played the trombone at night. Well, if I wake up and there are new edits, that means I have a brilliant second personality. Okay, that's too insane a theory. It's time to don my detective hat and find this mystery editor. Or just ask someone who's really good at investigating. Hey, Serena, ready for some mysterious news?
As if you had any other kind.
I have a new editor, and I have no idea who they are. The edits appeared in my book overnight.
I guess that's what they call ghostwriting. I wish my work would just progress on its own. The cafe isn't doing so well. With all these issues, I'm not sure if running the cafe is bringing me joy anymore.
Oh, Serena.
You've got enough on your plate as it is. The last thing you need is me whining. Don't worry about it. Let's talk about the edits. Any idea who made them? It must have been Olive. She's well-versed in mystery novels.
I'll ask her.
Just be careful not to make her think you're angry. It's hard enough for her right now.
You're right. She hasn't been herself since she heard the news about Marvin.
She could use a little extra care. If I were you, I'd check in on her and bring her breakfast.
Oh, thank you. You shouldn't have. Please, come in.
We tried so hard to bring comfort back to the manor, but we never even thought about your room.
Please don't concern yourself with this, Mom. The state of my room is completely unimportant.
Your living conditions do matter. Let's get this place in shape.
You really should not waste your time on me, especially since you have plenty to do in the manor.
That will have to wait. Let me clean up a little bit.
Let me help you, at least.
Absolutely not. I want to do this for you. And besides, your vacation was too short. Let's extend it a little bit more.
I would like to help, Mom. It is not in my nature to sit back and watch someone work.
Well, there's a way you can help. You're quite possibly the best person for the job. I thought a lot about how to find Marvin. maybe you could help me brainstorm?
Why, of course I could. Do you think there's something we haven't considered?
There just might be. I'm sure we're missing something. Who do you think could have some helpful information about Marvin?
I thought I knew him well, but I was mistaken. He's always been a bit of a mystery, I suppose.
You're right about that. Even after reading his autobiography, I can't guess what happened to him. Oh, right. The autobiography. Olive, you should read it.
But you have already read it, and there don't seem to be any clues about his journey.
Yes, but you haven't. You'll probably notice something that I missed, since you've known Marvin for so long.
Perhaps this autobiography can be really useful for us, but reading it, I don't know if I can do this.
Why? Is something wrong? Do you think Marvin wouldn't want you to read it?
That's not it.
Well, I'm intrigued, Olive. And I definitely want to know what's making you so confused. Tell me, Olive, what's stopping you from reading the autobiography?
The thing is, honestly, I'm just afraid to read it. I don't want to relive some of the events it describes. And it makes me nervous to read what Marvin wrote about me, and especially about Hazel.
Oh, you're afraid to reopen old wounds.
But if it helps me find Marvin, I'm willing to read that autobiography cover to cover.
Are you sure you can handle it?
Yes, Ma'am. I just need a moment to compose myself.
I know just how to help you. Let's put a comfy chair in here and add some nice lighting so you can read it in comfort. I'll have Marlowe help me, right, buddy? Apparently, helping with repairs is too boring for someone with a knack for getting into trouble. Well, that's okay. I can do it myself. Olive, would you like to choose a chair? After all, this is your room.
Ava, thank you for taking such good care of my room, but you shouldn't have bothered.
I don't even want to hear about it. You deserve to live in a nice room. There must be a lot of memories associated with this room.
Indeed there are. Sometimes I indulge in memories here, about past times, about Marvin and Hazel.
Hazel, why is there so much tension between you two? You've always been so vague about her. I can only speculate as to what happened. If it's private, I won't ask again.
It's not that, Ma'am. It's difficult to talk about, as we were once friends. Best friends, some would say. I remember us constantly being together. And then something happened. Marvin thought it was a misunderstanding, but in my opinion, it was a betrayal. It broke Marvin's heart. Soon after, Hazel just disappeared from our lives.
I'm sorry, Olive. I shouldn't have asked. Please don't be upset. Do you think diving into Marvin's autobiography will be too stressful for you? It's hard enough for you after the news that Marvin is alive and nowhere to be found.
No, Ma'am. Upon further reflection, I want to do it. I avoided thinking about what happened for a long time. I'm ready to dot the I's and cross the T's. Perhaps the autobiography could shed some light on what really happened between me, Marvin, and Hazel.
That's the spirit. But first, let's shed some light on this room.
Arr, arr.
Do you hear that? Marlowe is barking at someone.
I wonder who's there. Maybe Cooper stopped by.
What are you doing here?
I'm here on important business. It's regarding the museum. No, I mean the council.
The Museum Council? Didn't know we had one.
I mean for Pepper. I'm here to collect Pepper.
Are you sure? Why don't you think of another excuse?
Arr, arr.
Calm down, buddy. Pepper isn't here.
Not here? This is odd.
Victor, why don't you tell me what you're really doing here?
Pepper's not here? Well, in that case, I'll be on my way. But since I'm here, did you receive the summons?
Summons?
I just want to make sure that you're informed about the lawsuit.
What do you have to do with the summons?
I have everything to do with it. After all, I'm Jack Colt's lawyer.
So it is Jack who is suing me after all.
You should be more careful who you cross, Ava.
Oh, Ava, are you all right?
Honestly, I don't even know.
Let's go have a cup of tea and calm down a bit. Here, I made some chamomile and lavender tea.
Gosh, I'm gonna need a lot more than one cup of soothing tea. I don't understand a thing. I thought Victor wouldn't be a problem anymore.
Why would he come over just to antagonize you?
Obviously, he can't get past his defeat. He can't get over the fact that he failed to demolish the manor. What I don't understand at all is why Jack hired Victor as his lawyer. It's like two big problems combined into an even bigger problem.
I understand that you have already endured a lot from both of them. But trust me, you can handle it. Whatever they are plotting. Isn't that right, Master Marlowe?
Oh!
You see, Ma'am? We are confident that you can deal with it.
Oh, thank you, Olive. And you too, Marlowe. The tea seems to be working. I do feel a little better.
I know something that is bound to cheer you up. We can continue renovating.
Yes, you're right. We can't let Victor ruin our plans. Let's go upstairs, lay some rugs, and maybe a bookcase? This rug is for Olive, not you, buddy.
Oh, I don't mind. Master Marlowe can rest whenever he wants.
Speaking of rugs, I went out of my way to install new rugs in the museum just to avoid talking to my mom.
How is your relationship now, Mom?
Well, not great. Every time we communicate, it ends up being another lecture.
Have you thought about clearing the air with her?
I have. In fact, it's been on my mind for a while. If you're willing to read Marvin's biography to figure out your relationship with Hazel, maybe I should stop avoiding talking to my mom.
What a lovely bookcase. It's perfect to display all my novels. I hope your new book will be here soon.
Oh, I'll sign so many copies for you that you'll fill this bookcase with them.
Did you manage to progress with the book while I was away?
Not really. With this summons and the rest of my problems, I don't know when I'll be able to write again.
As your loyal fan, I hope this gets resolved soon. However, I must admit that one can find inspiration in problems too. Sorry, Mom. I shouldn't have said that. I suppose I'm just eager to read the novel.
No, Olive. You're actually right. I should draw some inspiration from real life. There's certainly plenty of material already. Based on everything I've experienced so far, the villains are practically writing themselves. I have to admit, the improvement of this room has cheered me up immensely.
I know how to keep you busy, Ava.
It's always good to hear from Coop.
That was quick. Are you waiting for me to call?
Oh, I did nothing but stare at my phone all day and wait to hear from you.
Then you're lucky I got off early. Listen, would you like to go out with me tonight?
I'll think about it.
What project have you taken on this time?
You got me. We're actually renovating Olive's room, and I was just thinking of asking you to help.
To help our Olive? You don't have to ask twice. I'm with Sam now, but I'll be there soon.
Thanks, Coop. We'll take care of the cabinet in the meantime. Cooper is on his way over to help us. In the meantime, would you help me choose a cabinet? All that's left is to fill up the cabinet.
It is quite odd. I haven't seen this letter before.
Has it been here all this time?
Oh my! It's from Marvin.
Do you want to read it right now?
Oh, my hands are getting a little shaky, but yes, I definitely do.
Olive, are you okay? What's in the letter?
Please, take a look, Ava.
Dear Olive.
You will only get to read this once I have left. but I want you to know that I'm truly sorry about my behaviour. I lost my temper and I have no excuses. After all, you were just worried about me. I hope to return from my grand adventure as quickly as possible. I'll give you my proper apologies the very instant I set foot in the manor. Until then, I hope you can forgive me. Sincerely, Marvin.
All this time, and I had no idea that Marvin apologized to me.
What is he talking about, Olive?
We parted on a terrible note. More accurately speaking, we had a strong disagreement. The last thing he said to me before leaving was that I was making a big deal out of nothing and acting foolish.
I'm so sorry, Olive, but it looks like he realized he was wrong soon after the incident. He certainly didn't mean to hurt you.
Of course. I just didn't expect to read something like that.
You need some time to process this. Let me freshen up your room and add some flowers.
Hey Sam, I gotta run.
Already? Oh, I guess your girlfriend's waiting for you, huh?
Well, yeah. I'm getting predictable, aren't I?
You are always predictable, and it's a good thing.
Okay. I'll pretend to be grateful for the compliment. Sam, thanks again for your advice. Ava's gonna love this idea you came up with. You're a genius.
I know, right? Now the main thing is that you don't screw it up.
I'll try my best to make everything perfect.
To tell the truth, I'm surprised you care so much about a date. You never asked me for help before. It's hard to imagine you worrying so much about a relationship.
Maybe it's just that everything feels right when I'm with Ava. Okay, I gotta run. Take care, Sam. But I'm on foot. I think I'll go through the glade. Oh, Jack? Is that you? I didn't expect to see you here.
Get used to it. I plan on opening a branch in this place. You better avoid this glade.
No need to be hasty. By the way, now that you're here, I have some questions about Ava's summons notice.
Not a chance. I don't have time for this. And I don't have time for you.
Could you at least explain what's going on?
After your betrayal? Oh no. I won't waste a word on you. Move along. I'm meeting my new best friend soon.
Tough crowd. I guess I came at a bad time.
Sorry, Cooper. The thing is, we found something. A message from the past, I'd say.
Are we talking about these old floors? They should definitely be left in the past, where they belong.
No, it's not about that. But the floors could certainly use some repairs.
Then, I won't waste any more time. You still owe me details about this message from the past. I do the floors, and you tell me what you found. Deal? Maybe we'll find more interesting stuff when we take these old floors down.
How about a map with Marvin's exact location?
Yeah, that'll make things a lot easier. Alright then. What has put everyone in this delightful mood?
We've just found out that Marvin wrote me a heartfelt letter before he left. He expressed his apologies to me. Do you remember the night before he left?
Oh, of course I do.
So you were a witness to that argument?
Yes, an unwitting witness, I'd say. I've been trying not to broach the subject, but it looks like it's finally time.
You both keep busy here, and I'll go try to work on my book.
Are you feeling inspired, Mom?
Not exactly. I have some ghost editor stuff to deal with. So you just do what you've been doing.
Olive, how do you feel after that letter? Oh, I'm sorry. If you don't want to talk about it, I understand.
I suppose I've already come to my senses.
Are you sure? You don't seem like yourself. I just realised I never asked what that fight was about.
These edits are just brilliant, Marlowe. Remember, I couldn't figure out how to show the boy's manipulative character in one line? That ghost editor offered a great suggestion. You know, I might not even need to look for an editor. All I have to do is find the person who left these comments. Wow, my mom wants to give me some writing advice. I'm not even sure she's read any of the stuff I wrote. You know, Olive was right when she said I should clear the air with my mom. It wouldn't hurt to ask for advice, would it? Huh. That wasn't too bad.
Can you tell me what you were fighting about? I only heard the end of the conversation when Marvin answered you sharply and walked away.
Marvin was always very committed to his adventures. I have invariably been supportive of him, but I was worried about his safety this time, afraid that he might not return. And that is exactly what happened. That night, I tried to convince him to cancel the journey, or at least postpone it until the warmer months. As you can see, I was unable to argue my position. My intuition told me that Marvin was in danger, but that didn't sound convincing at all. As a result, he became angry with me. We didn't even have a proper farewell. If only we could find him. I wish I could tell him that I accept his apology.
Of course we'll find him, especially now that we have Ava and her irrepressible energy. Now that we know he's alive, we can fix everything.
You're right, Cooper. I mustn't lose hope. But something about this letter still puzzles me.
What is it?
I just cannot figure out what.
Well, Maybe you'll find out if you reread the letters a few times. In the meantime, I'll take care of the walls. I could use your help, if you're up for it.
Talking to my mom is a bit frustrating sometimes, but I think I've made some progress. It's about time I rewarded myself with a delicious lunch. You too, buddy. You deserve a reward like no one else. How about coming downstairs and having some lunch?
You don't have to ask twice. I totally forgot to tell you. I met Jack on the way here.
Not the best person to mention at the table.
Oops. I hope I didn't ruin your appetite.
Luckily, the food is too good. Right, Marlowe? What exactly was Jack doing there?
He said something about opening a branch for his publishing house.
Outrageous! Why does he need Ellen Lee in the first place?
He didn't even know about this place until I got here.
Maybe he just wants to spite you. Or even worse, to be on your radar so he can win you back?
Not a chance. Did he say anything about the summons?
Not really, no. I tried to ask about it, but he ignored me. Why? Is there any news about the summons?
Victor came by today, and he confirmed that it was Jack who is suing me.
He said his publishing house had nothing to do with it.
It looks like he lied. Not that I'm very surprised. How else could he be involved? All that connects us now is the business with the publisher. I guess I should try to hurry up and find a lawyer.
I agree that it's better to be safe. But I'm sure this whole trial is just a farce. What could he possibly have on you?
Maybe I missed something important in the contract.
Let's read it over again for your peace of mind. And, to keep time, let's continue to finish Olive's room while we're at it. Should we take a look right now?
Thanks for your help, Cooper. I've been dreading this all day. Here's the beast.
Are you sure it isn't one of your novels? It's so thick.
I wish it was my novel. At least it would be interesting to read.
But is this normal? My contracts have rarely exceeded 4 pages.
Publishing contracts are complicated. Plus, there are dividends to cover. And also the question of public image, plagiarism, intellectual rights. Don't worry, the only part we need to look through is this one. Early termination of prior publishing contract. Are you all right? The pages are shaking.
Of course they are. This thing weighs a ton. If only we had something like a table.
What a wonderful idea. We could put a nice tea table there. Olive will love it.
Something like.
Cooper, you outdo yourself every time.
I have a great muse. And now, a great place to read too.
You said it. However, this all seems airtight.
Jack and Victor probably just want to scare you. With this on your side, I don't see what chances they have.
Thanks, Coop, for this. And everything.
Sorry, I didn't wish to intrude, but I have found something of great interest.
So, Olive, why did you intrude on us?
Yes, in your own bedroom. How dare you?
I'm sorry. With the new walls, floors, and now this beautiful table, for a moment I felt lost. I have discovered something in Marvin's autobiography. I must say that I now feel like the great detective in Murder by Moonlight. If you remember, Marvin wrote in his letter that he would, well, that he would return from his grand adventure. I remembered. It was not the first time I've heard him use this figure of speech.
Olive, you master of suspense.
In his autobiography, Marvin wrote that he once again postponed his grand adventure because Hazel was adamantly against it.
This means
That Hazel might know where Marvin is. Oh, Olive, we might find him sooner than we thought. Now, we really need to find a way to contact Hazel.
don't worry, I'll ask Serena for help. There's no one better than her for this. In college, I didn't even want to tell Serena the name of my crushes. Because, mister, when I did, she always knew their entire life before the end of the day.
Serena certainly didn't need a lot of convincing. Well, what's next? Wait, let me guess. There's already a rug, plants, of course, and... Ooh, this table needs to go.
Olive, I believe you also like a little indoor greenery.
Of course, Ava. The fragrance of wet leaves is like a warm blanket to me.
Then what kind would you want in here? This is your space, after all.
Marvelous. These really do change the room.
Oh, speaking of changes, I really like the edits you suggested on my manuscript yesterday.
Whatever do you mean?
It wasn't you?
I'm sorry, Mom. I don't know anything about this. Maybe Cooper?
Have you recently discovered a passion for literary editing?
What? No. I just finished reading my first great book. Give me some time. But it reminds me, Sam did tell me something about checking some lines.
I'm so lucky to have all these incredibly talented people around me.
Ruff!
Yes, Marlowe, dogs too.
Olive, look at this finish. It's a wonder this old table didn't give you any splinters. Why didn't you say something before? You know I would have gladly changed it.
Oh, this was not urgent enough to bother you. I rarely use this table.
Of course you don't. So, what kind of table would you use?
When I removed the old one, I saw the monogram HH on the table apron. Could it be?
Hazel, of course. This table was hers before it was mine.
Another reason to give it away.
I suppose. I wonder how she will react when we contact her. After all, we did not part on the best of terms.
I'm sure it will be fine. Time heals all wounds, and I know you were justified. But what about you? Won't it hurt just as much?
Indeed. But you know me, Ava. Even if I don't show it, I always keep people close to my heart.
We need some more lights in here. What kind of lamps would you like?
Oh, I don't need anything fancy.
Olive, please indulge us.
It is indeed becoming quite beautiful.
Olive, it should have been like this for years. I simply can't understand why you didn't say something before.
Well, I lived most of my life in this very room. I saw the floor turn grey as the years passed. The bed lost its sturdiness. The once vibrant wood became lifeless. But you grow accustomed to these small things, and there was so much work to do in the manor. Martin's artifacts, extraordinary pieces, all of them. They deserved my effort and attention.
So did this room, Olive. It was the only thing that was yours.
Cooper's right. You may not realize at first, but it plays with your mind. I know, it was the same with my apartment before. It was always not important enough. You need to remember that you are essential to the manor, and you need good care too. Between a dust-free giant bone or a happy Olive, I much prefer the latter.
You two are always so kind to me. I'll try to keep that in mind from now on.
This new bedside table and these plants really bring the room together.
Indeed. This is all remarkable.
Marlowe, what do you think?
Ruff!
I was sure you would approve.
Of course he would. My buddy here even helped me assemble the lamps by fetching the parts.
You did that? What a good boy. I'll give you a nice treat later.
I did most of the work. Where's my treat?
I assume we have finished with this part of the manor?
Au contraire, Olive. The best is yet to come.
You have me intrigued. What do you have in mind now?
Let me answer with a question. Where do you keep your clothes?
Most of them are in chests. Ah, I see. You wish to build a wardrobe. It's true that I always thought it could be useful.
And pretty. Imagine the beauty we could make. Wow, I'm really getting good at woodworking. Watch out, Coop. I may not need you for much longer.
I know. Why do you think I kept badgering you for dates? Speaking of, it's getting pretty late. Should we maybe adjourn the last renovations?
Oh, right. But I really wanted for Olive to sleep in a finished room tonight.
Ava, please, you two should go on your date. This is already so much. I need some time to call Miss Serena anyhow. I just thought of something.
You were right. The room will still be here tomorrow. Let's go, Romeo. Swoop me off my balcony.
Video call. Video call. Where do I... Is that the button?
Hey, Olive. I'm so happy to see you. How was the trip?
Marvellous. Although I missed my dear friends. Thanks to you and your generous gift, I scuba dived almost every day. I also had a wonderful instructor, Pierre.
Why do I suspect it was Pierre rather than my gift that made this trip marvelous?
He may have helped, yes.
Tell me you took his contact.
Well, he gave me his email.
Great! Email him. Strike while the iron is still red hot.
I wish I could, but with all the renovations, I don't have a place to install my computer.
A computer? I sometimes forget some people still use them. Let me look around. What you need is a desk. Right there.
You're right. It would be nice to have somewhere to write. Would you help me choose?
And there you go. You're all set for your remote romance.
One thing at a time. Oh, but I had something else I wish to talk to you about. During my vacation, I met with an old friend. One that still talks to Hazel from time to time.
Really? That could be super helpful. Turns out it's way harder to find information about people of your generation, Olive. I guess you have more reservations than us about putting your whole life on the internet. What did your friend tell you?
It would seem that Hazel now lives on your side of the ocean. She has moved to America.
That's good. It's a big country, but a lot smaller than the whole world.
I almost forgot the most important part. She owns a ranch.
A ranch? Okay, that is some great info.
Thank you so much, Serena, for your help.
No worries. But one thing still bothers me.
Oh no, I hope nothing too dramatic.
You don't have a chair for your desk. How will you write your email? Set up a nice chair and write to your cool instructor. In the meantime, I'll find Hazel. See you soon, Olive. Thanks for your call.
A chair? I suppose this would work? An inspired choice, if I dare say so myself. I now only need to sit down and write this email. Or maybe I could put up some decorations. Yes, it will help me concentrate. Why do you look at me in this manner, Marlowe? Procrastination? Me? How does a hound know such a big word? Would you help me rather than make judgments? I envision a small decor like this. See, Master Marlowe? It did not take so long. I can now get back to this. Letter. I'll give you my proper apologies the very instant I set foot in the manor. Oh, Marvin, how could you apologize if you don't even remember we fought? What kind of person is angry at someone for having amnesia? However, it does feel somehow harder to be fighting alone. You're suddenly full of energy? I know what you're doing, you crafty little beast. You are the same as your mother, always trying to make me happy. Come, I'll make you something nice.
Wow, Cooper, this spot is so nice in the sunset.
That's the good thing about working for so long as a groundskeeper at a manor. When it happens that their heiress is a wonderful girl, you know exactly where to go to charm her.
Oh, so it was all planned out.
Of course. In fact, it's the only reason there are still groundskeepers around.
Well, I'm happy to play my part. You know, I recently dreamt we had a picnic just like this.
Really? It was a good dream, I hope. How did it end?
Let's give ourselves some time, and we'll find out. Are you all right, Cooper? Your face seems kind of frozen.
Tch.
Oh no. Do you want a tish?
Tch. Tch. It's my hay fever acting up.
Oh, poor you. But shouldn't you be saying, hey, chew, rather than, achoo?
I'm so sorry. I don't want to ruin our...
You're not ruining anything. We just need to find ourselves a nice place inside, that's all.
Uh, uh...
Go inside. I'll pick this all up and follow you in a minute.
You're back so soon. Has something happened? Where is Ava?
She...
Oh, my poor Cooper. It's already this time of the year. Let me bring you something hot to drink. It will help to clean your sinuses.
Are you feeling better?
A little, yes. Sorry for all of this.
There's nothing to be sorry about. What do you want to do now?
I don't really know. I put a lot of thought into the picnic, but...
You should try to go to the Marina Cafe. It's quiet, pretty.
It's inside. What do you say, Coop? Do we give this date a second chance?
Yes. Oh, it's a great suggestion, Olive. Let me just get some medicine for the road.
Hey, Michael, is it closing time already?
No, no, it's a slow evening for the cafe. Can I start you off with some tea?
We were thinking more about food, if that's all right.
Of course, you're in luck. I just tried one of Serena's recipes, the south of the border vegan pie. Let me just say that it smells divine in the kitchen. However, it's usually more of a breakfast item. Does that bother you?
Not at all. We'd be delighted to try it.
I've heard of breakfast in bed, but breakfast at night? Cooper, you romantic.
You know me. That was so good.
Jack always hated Serena's food. You know his love for healthy food and vegetables. I'm happy that you like it.
Well, I've always preferred hearty homemade meals.
Oh, I meant to tell you, I saw Jack and Victor today.
Oh no, what now?
They were talking about you. I was back in the kitchen, so I didn't hear everything.
Impatient.
I'm not impatient, but I'm tired of seeing him around Ava. She should be. She is mine.
Do not worry, my dear friend. We are almost ready to go on the offensive. And as we say in cricket, it will be a true collapse for her and her little team.
Huh? Cricket has teams?
Irrelevant. I always get what I want, and she will be ready to see the error of her ways.
Finally! I know Daddy'll stop yelling at me after this.
And then I left. I didn't want them to know I overheard.
Wow, why are they always so obsessed with this? With me?
There's already the summons. What else could they be planning?
I don't know. Maybe we should just go home. I don't feel very romantic anymore.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, folks.
Yeah, fortunately the medicine I took is still effective. Because otherwise, Sneeze Town.
Are you well enough for us to take a small break here? The glade always calms me down.
I understand. It's so peaceful. When you really take in the beauty of this place, all your problems seem so insignificant. I meant in general, not your problems.
I know what you meant. I feel exactly the same.
Say, Ava, can I ask you a personal question?
Of course. You know you can ask me anything.
Well, what exactly happens between you and Jack?
Oh, Jack and I. It's not something I like to remember. But I do owe it to you. After all, you babysat the man for me. What do you want to know?
I don't know. How did it start and how it ended, I guess.
How it started. It may be a cliche to say, but I was young and naive. I met Jack at a book convention. He was working a kiosk there for his father. At the time, I wasn't sure if I was cut out to be a writer, but Jack instantly believed in me. It sounds kind of strange now, but he really pushed me in the right direction. He seemed so confident, like he knew everything as certainties. It was so reassuring back then. I later understood he just didn't know how to properly doubt himself. And this is exactly why it ended, and why he still doesn't understand what he did wrong. For his birthday, I was writing him a short story, something deeply personal. It was a gift for him, and him alone, and he used it as a marketing ploy. Afterward, the world either pitied me or ridiculed me. Neither feels good, trust me.
I can't believe he did that to you. How clueless can he be? I'm truly sorry for everything tonight. I ruined it.
That's not fair. It's not your fault.
If it wasn't for my hay fever, we would have eaten a nice picnic by the manor.
Yes, but if I didn't fall for a guy like Jack, we would still be at the marina right now.
You know what? This won't do. We shouldn't let it end like this. You wanted to finish Olive's room, right? Let's finish Olive's room. At this hour, I'm sure she's still dusting some unreachable shelf anyway.
Ruff! Ruff! Ruff!
Hush, buddy. We want to surprise Olive a little more.
Yes, I thought you would love something a little more personal by her bed. This picture we found earlier would be perfect.
Oh, you're right. She looks so happy in it.
Coop, do you really think we have the time to wrap this up by tonight?
At our pace, it shouldn't be an issue. What do you have in mind?
Something bigger.
Huh. This mattress certainly saw better days. And the bed frame is all... Are you alright, Ava?
Yes. No, I don't know. I was thinking about Jack. I like that he's not always around anymore, but I would have preferred something more amicable.
Hey, tomorrow's another day to worry about all that. Let's switch to a lighter topic.
Well, I talked to my mom. We chatted a little about my novel. It was nice. I even asked her for advice.
I'm proud of you. I know it's not always easy with family.
You seem to talk frequently with your mom. Has something happened?
No. In fact, it's much better nowadays. But in my youth... Well, sometimes great people are not so great at being parents. I can't really blame her, being alone and all. She had it pretty tough. Yet, I feel like Marvin was the closest thing I had to a parental figure. I was lucky to find him.
It's like you said, anyone would be lucky to have your time. I feel that way, and I know Marvin did too.
Wow, thanks. I don't know what to say.
While you think, should we take a look at that bed?
I see you have snuck your way in here again. How were your romantic adventures?
Why don't you take a seat? We have a lot to tell you. Plus, I think we need to build you an ottoman. Ava, what do you think? Right there? So, there we were, at the Marina Cafe.
And you came back for some renovations to elevate your spirits after all that? I understand.
Yeah, it always seems to cheer us up. Maybe it's something about bringing life back to this place.
One thing is for sure, it does help to clear my mind.
I believe I know what you mean. It is the same for me when I clean up the manor. On good days, it can almost be meditative.
Now, Olive, which ottoman suits your fancy?
Wow, time flies. Especially when you need to wake up early the next day. One last thing before I go.
Sure, you can do one, and I'll do the other.
Well, this wall is a little bare. I suppose I could find something nice to hang here. By myself. Without anyone's help. What do you think, Olive? Do you like this one? Phew, it doesn't look like much, but this one was quite heavy. Ouch, my back!
Good try, but I saw you carry wood beams by yourself.
I don't know if you agree, Olive, but I think that my girlfriend takes advantage of my generosity.
My dear Cooper, it seems that you are blushing.
Oh, no, I'm not. It's just that... Ava, I'm sorry. I don't want to pressure you or anything, especially with the Jack situation. It just slipped. It's not that I don't feel it. I do feel...
Coop, relax. I'd be happy to tell everyone that I have a nice boyfriend for once.
So, we are?
I'd like that, of course. But only if I can still take advantage of your generosity.
You two will make me cry.
I feel like this desk needs something more, but I don't know what.
May I make a suggestion?
Of course, Olive. You're more than welcome to.
Well, ever since my dressage days, I have missed the presence of those noble animals. Hence, if we could put up a picture or something of the sort.
I think I found exactly what you need.
What a beautiful piece! And I see it has been handcrafted. Thank you, Ava. I know how much you two work for the manor, how you want to make me happy, and I am infinitely grateful to you. However, you need to take time for yourselves. Bury this bad date under hundreds of good ones.
Don't worry, we will.
All right. It was a hard day of work. But we did it. Now, I really need to go if I want to catch any sleep.
Thanks for your help.
Good night, Cooper. I'll go prepare some tea. Ava, would you join me afterwards?
With pleasure. Good night, boyfriend.
I know our date didn't go as planned, but I'm having the best night.
Ah, Ava, you arrived at the right time. Your tea is ready.
It smells good. Thank you.
I assume that Mr. Cooper was well accompanied to the door?
He was.
Thank you again for all that you have done today. The room already seems to reinvigorate me.
You deserve it, after all. Oh no, I missed Serena's text. And there's a lot of them. I better call her now.
Ava, finally.
Sorry, I had a busy evening. Is everything all right?
Well, you'll need to tell me about this busy evening. But before that, did I tell you or did I tell you that it was going to be easy?
You found Hazel? Already?
You know me. I had a little help from our friend Olive. I'll text you her phone number as soon as you hang up.
Serena, you're incredible. Thank you so much. We'll give her a call tomorrow.
Great! Keep me in the loop. And don't forget, I want to know everything that happened tonight.
You will. Talk to you soon, Sarah. Olive, did you hear? We are so close to finding Marvin. I'm sure we will all sleep a lot better knowing this, which is where I'll be going.
Indeed. Good night, Ava.
I still can't believe that Serena found Hazel so quickly. I thought it would at least take her a week. It really feels like we're on the edge of something big. I can't wait to hear what Hazel has to say. Well, as my mom always says, tomorrow will arrive sooner if you sleep. Although it won't be easy. Where is Marlowe and his snoring when I need some good white noise? Oh,